Hey guys, good morning and welcome to another episode of the Wake Up with Katie show. I was just in my kitchen. I haven't even washed my face yet this morning or put any makeup on, so we are au naturel today. And I was making my coffee and I was just having this feeling of feeling a little bit alone. And I was like, you know what? Today I think I'm just gonna share from the heart. I'm just going to speak from my own internal experience right now because I think that's really important. And I know that I've mentioned I want this show to be about joy, and vulnerability is a really big part of joy. Joy, I feel like, is one of the most vulnerable emotions we can feel because it's allowing ourselves to like play and be seen. And sometimes that takes a level of sharing that I think is pretty uncommon today in the way that we interact with each other in the world. And I really think that that can change. And so hopefully my sharing can help you understand what it looks like, or that it's okay, or maybe even just acknowledge a feeling in yourself of like, you know, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I feel a little bit alone. And it's okay, right? Like sometimes I think that, especially in this personal development stuff, we get really wrapped up in feeling like we need to be happy or feel completely connected all the time. And sometimes when we connect, we find difficult feelings, you know, like we find some sadness. And this is all good. It's just that when we have an expectation of only one thing being right or good, that can really get in the way of allowing ourselves to just be in the now and appreciate what is here. And I just wanted to share that this morning. I don't know that I have anything else to say about it. I can share a little bit more about why sometimes I think I feel lonely and see if that resonates with you, because maybe it'll open up some awareness for you too. I say a lot, huh? I noticed that when I watch these videos back. So I have this thing where if people aren't like physically with me, I feel like they don't exist. And it brings up just this feeling of like wondering where everyone is in my home when I'm a kid. Or like people were running around all the time and so busy doing tasks or going to work that even though people were in my home physically, I just felt like there was no one really there. Like nobody was coming in to be like, hey Katie, how are you? What's going on? Or to like sit on the floor with me and look in my eyes. And I mean, and I'm not just talking about young, because my parents and stuff played with me. I had twin sisters and we played together. But I remember struggling a lot in the mornings, which didn't set my day up really great. And went on through middle school, through high school, through college, and I honestly didn't really even recognize it until probably a couple years ago when I got into my 30s. And so now like meditation helps a lot to reconnect in the morning, just like 10 minutes with like source, like, because when I feel alone, I realize that really the connection that I need to reestablish is to myself, and the want for other people to be here. Yes, that's an important need, but it's also really because when other people are here, I feel safer being present and connected with myself. And that need, knowing that I can create the connection within myself, is a really important distinction in my life in many areas, because it means that I don't have to reach outside of myself for my needs to get met. There's the, oh man, we're just gonna let it roll. And so, yeah, I'm just feeling kind of like maybe it's a little sadder. I'm not sure that sad is the right word, but just kind of like a melancholy. And my human design coach, actually, and human design is something we can go to at a later time, but it's essentially a combination of kind of like chakras with quantum physics, with astrology, with the I Ching, a bunch of like old ancient wisdom and like universal law. She told me that something about me having an open center emotionally means that I will experience this from time to time. And here's what's really interesting, you guys, that really lights me up. It's the fact that not all of these things can really be solved by this just emotional work or therapy or healing trauma. It seems to me, and this is why I went searching for something like human design, that there are other truths that we need to know, because like even after I did my therapy training, there were still questions I couldn't answer, things that I didn't understand, things that didn't make sense that I would then try to assign to like some childhood thing. When I had a consultation done on my human design, it was like, you will probably experience this from time to time for like the rest of your life. And to learn to love the process. And those are the times when, if I don't have a judgment about how I feel, it's great. It just means I'm a little like less on fire, connected, joy, like that version of myself. It's also like okay, let's sit and let's read a book, or let's tidy the house, or let's do some basic stuff. And so I'm telling you this because we get really caught up in judging the emotions that we have, when really maybe they're serving a purpose for us. Maybe we just need to kind of have a different thing that we do when we feel that way, and we're less connected sometimes to the outside world, and that's totally okay, because you are getting into your own energetic rhythm and finding out what your specific needs are, how to navigate this body and to show up for yourself and in the world. So today, I'm going to go with the word melancholy. I'm feeling a little melancholy. I'm noticing that I'm alone, and I'm okay with it. Talking about it out loud right now with you guys is helping also to process this and get some clarity. And I'm just okay with it. I'm okay with it. And I love getting to share these just kind of heartfelt moments out into the world, when normally I would just sit here and feel alone, right? But what if I recorded this and told people like, hey, I've got no makeup on, I'm making coffee, I'm not super off the charts excited, happy today, and I'm still here and I feel confident and I feel okay. And I hope that this can show you also that like maybe there's some spaces in your own life where it's okay to feel a little bit more, like just wherever you are. You don't have to always be one way, right? We're all like these complex and simple at the same time, but complicated little packages. And it can be tough to learn how to navigate all this. Like, we're a spiritual thing in a physical body. Like, what? It's true, but man, it can be difficult to navigate that. And so I just want to talk about the way that I do that, and maybe that helps somebody somewhere, somehow. And thanks for listening, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I've really enjoyed this, and I think I'm gonna keep sharing. We'll do a heart share every now and then, but I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Be you. It's okay.